Hey guys, this is Josh Haynes coming at you, and here I have a 2006 one-off custom order Gibson Les Paul, and we need to talk about it.
An early birthday gift to myself because I'll be 40 this year. And I went ahead and did it. Went ahead and bit the bullet because I wasn't sure if it would be available or not. So.
And I picked it out.
I picked the color.
The color's awesome.
Brandon approved. Alright. So,
Look at him smile.
what did I get? Whoa.
I see a little bit.
Man, I love that color.
Woo!
Gosh.
Hold on, let's get where I can get in the... Oh, there we go. There it is. There it is.
Well, it's a little out of tune, but I mean, what do you expect?
Look at that. Oh, yes. Are you excited?
No, not at all. It's kind of got a Peter Frampton vibe to it, or Ace Frehley, whatever.
I like that it's got... Like, you can see the grain, but you can see the shine.
Y'all.
Okay, so obviously we have some things to discuss about this one-off custom order Gibson Les Paul. So, for those who don't know, I'm turning 40 this year, which is kind of crazy considering how time flies. It seems like yesterday I was turning 37 when I was still doing lightsabers. But anyways, so I thought, I don't currently have a Gibson Les Paul in our arsenal, and I should consider getting one. So I put together a watch list on Reverb of some Les Pauls that I liked. At first I thought I had the idea of maybe getting one from the year I was born, 1980. They have some pretty cool models from that time frame. But sometimes they can be hit or miss. But anyways, so I talked to my wife Laura about it, and she had one stipulation if I was to get another guitar. And that was... well, Josh, you can get another Les Paul or get another guitar, but it can't be blue because you have too many blue guitars. Guys, she drives a hard bargain, doesn't she? So I was like, okay. So anyways, so I came up with my list of Les Pauls that I liked, and I decided to let her pick one and see what she thought. And so she stumbled across a couple of guitars that were this color. This one, and the other one, which was a Gibson Les Paul R8 in the same color, Iguana Burst. So I got to looking at them, and I'm thinking, I really like the color. The color's awesome. But something about this one just spoke to me. The R8 was cool and everything, but I don't know. Something about this one just came out. I don't know. So I contacted the gentleman selling this guitar, and I was like, so does this guitar come with a certificate of authenticity? And he said, well, when I bought it from Rainbow Guitars, which I was able to confirm he did, he said that at the time it didn't. So because of the situation with COVID, dude that was selling this guitar decided to give me an offer that I simply could not turn down. He said, I'll tell you what, I have it listed for this price, but if you really want it, I'll sell it for this price less. And I was just like, take my money. Send me an offer. I'll take it. So that was that. So luckily for me, I had a contact at the Gibson Custom Shop. His name is Robert, and he was able to authenticate this guitar to ensure that it was indeed legitimate. I had to take pictures of the control cavity to make sure, that was, it had the silver braided wiring, like most Les Pauls do, that are kind of historics in a way. I also noticed that this guitar has a long neck tenon. And so he was able to confirm for me that this was the real deal. But there was a couple of things that threw us off. The first thing is that when you look at this thing, you think, oh, it's a Gibson Les Paul Custom.
Not this time. No.
Shut your chocolate!
It is technically not a Gibson Les Paul Custom. What this is the body is actually a 57 reissue, so like an R7. And the reason being is because customs have double binding. As you can see, this one does not. So the body is an R7, and it's a plain maple top with a mahogany back. Neck is mahogany, and it's a Gibson Les Paul custom neck with an ebony fretboard, the block inlays. And originally it came with, when I got it, it had Grover tuners, but it had those acrylic perloid buttons on them, kind of like what you would see on a banjo. And sorry for my squeaking chair. The gentleman that owned it before put those on, and before that it had just your standard Grovers. I've since replaced those with Grover locking tuners because all of the guitars I have locking tuners. That's just what I'm used to. And the cool thing is they're still Grovers, and you don't have to. I didn't have to do any modifications to the guitar to handle those. It was easy. Just all you need is a small screwdriver and a one of those wrenches to get those. So, and the neck on this thing, oh my gosh, this is the fattest neck on any guitar I have. And what's crazy is in my band Area 51, a cover band that I have here in Memphis, I played mainly this guitar for most of the night. And when I switched to my JP12, which you can check out that video in my unboxing, the neck on the JP12 felt like a broomstick. I mean, it's such a thin neck, and I've gotten accustomed to having fatter necks. And I recently had a custom guitar made for me by 20 Guitars that the neck is a combination of my PRS and a Strat that I love that I've had for years. And that's got a fatter neck on it. So I've lately become a fan of the, fatter necks on the guitars. So, and then, so as far as the stuff that would be upcharged for a custom order like this, you've got your Iguana green burst, or Iguana burst as Gibson calls it. It's got 3 Burstbucker pickups, 1, 2, and 3. I want to say it's either a 3 or a 1 on the bridge. I don't remember, but I'll put the specs somewhere in this video. But they're all Burstbuckers, and of course your typical two volume, 2 tones, and these are black speed knobs. And the strap buttons, which I kept the originals, but I replaced them with Ernie Ball strap lock buttons because that's, as far as the strap lock systems, that's the one I use, is the Ernie Ball. And, of course, your typical Gibson scale length. And I just got this back from the tech here in Memphis. His name is Tom Keckler. Some of y'all may know him. He was one of the founders of Schecter Guitar Research, and for his site, for his main source of work, he does guitar setups. And so we set this up for a top wrap, which kind of has that Les Paul Jr. vibe going. And this guitar is set up with 11s. And the thing I noticed with this guitar is it seems to take liking to heavier tension. So me and TK agreed that 11s would probably be good on this guitar, so we set it up for 11s. Right now I'm in E flat tuning because that's what I played in last night when I played, which is weird. I'm actually gigging considering all the stuff with COVID going on. So yeah, and what's crazy is that this guitar's duplicate does not exist. This is the only guitar in this configuration with the 3 humbuckers, the Iguana burst, and the custom neck. So it's kind of like if you took a 57 standard, mixed it with the Gibson Les Paul Custom, and then put 3 humbuckers on it, kind of like on the Peter Frampton or the Ace Frehley guitars. And this is what you end up with, is this crazy, crazy one-off custom order. So unless you're actually going to order it from Gibson, basically, you know, you can't get this guitar, you know, in normal markets, you know, like Sweetwater or anything like that. But don't take my word from it. Take Robert's word.
Robert from Gibson Custom Shop going to describe this one-of-a-kind Les Paul here.
Yeah, basically what we have is it was a one-of-a-kind special order. It's a 1957 reissue, or what we term as an R7 body, which would have been issued as a gold top in its actual form. But when they special ordered this guitar, they ordered it with a Les Paul custom headstock and a Les Paul custom neck. So it's got the ebony fretboard, the larger block mother of pearl inlays. And then of course they ordered it with 3 humbuckers, which 57 was the first year with the humbucker in it.
Right.
That would have been your PAFs. And so yeah, this is a one of a kind. There's not another one like it, unless somebody happened to order something with the exact same specs.
Yeah.
The closest thing to this would, as far as a production guitar, would have been the Mark Bolan model, which of course his Les Paul was a standard that the neck was broken. They removed it and put a custom neck on it. So if you ever look at the Mark Bolan model, this would be the closest thing into what that was, but we hadn't even made the Mark Bolan model when this guitar was done.
So when the Mark Bolan came out, was the reason they put the custom neck on because they didn't have any standard necks?
I don't know the full details behind that one.
Gotcha.
It could have been they had to fix it quick and they used what they get their hands on fast. That was, I guess, late 60s, early 70s when that happened. I've never studied that guitar up real close, but I do know that this would be the next closest thing to it, but this was done before we actually did that as a production model.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah, one of a kind, R7, 57 custom neck, and 3 humbuckers on top of that. So you won't find another one like it, like I said, unless the slim chance that somebody actually ordered one.
And also, just to clear the confusion, this technically wouldn't be a custom body either because it's not double binding.
No.
Right.
No, this is actually a 57 standard body.
Gotcha.
No binding on the back, single ply binding on the rim.
Wow.
Mahogany back, mahogany neck, maple cap, 2-piece maple top.
Nice. And that's a plain top.
This would be considered a plain top, yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
The Iguana green finish was not. They did those as a limited run when they did them, so this would have been pretty unique.
Oh yeah.
So,
Awesome,
there you
dude.
have it.
Thank you for giving that info.
You bet, anytime.
Alright, so for this demo, I'm using Helix Native in Pro Tools, and the amp model I'm using is the Placator, which is the Line 6 Helix version of the Friedman Brown Eye amp. And for the cab simulator, or cab IR, I'm using the Bogner 412 Vintage 30, which is supposed to duplicate a 57 Shure microphone on the cabinet. So here we go. Okay, so I'm sure some of you guitar players are wondering what the middle position sounds like on this guitar. Well, to my ear anyway, it sounds kind of like the second position on a Strat. So here's that on the same setting. to me, that's kind of what it sounds like. And in the second position, only this volume works on it. The neck pickup is not even involved in that position. To me, it sounds pretty cool on that, but to me, it sounds better on a clean setting. I'll demonstrate that right now. Okay, so to demonstrate the middle position of this guitar in a clean setting, I'm using Helix Native again, and I'm using the US Double Normal, which is basically a twin reverb. And I'm just using the amp cab combination within Helix Native, which is available like on the regular Helixes. And then I've just got a tiny bit of reverb on the on there, just, you know, to kind of give it a nice clean setting. So here's the middle position. So you can kind of hear that stratty kind of thing going on. Really like it. So since we're on a clean setting, we'll go ahead and check the bridge and the neck. Here's the neck. So there you have it, guys. My early 40th birthday present to myself in this one-off custom order from 2006, Gibson Les Paul, which I have appropriately named Yoda. Why did I name it Yoda? Well, because number one, it's green. Number two, I'm a Star Wars fan. And number three, I'm of the opinion that if Yoda played guitar, it would be this one. You can fight me all you want, I don't care. But anyways, big thank you to Robert from the Gibson Custom Shop for helping me authenticate this guitar. Big thank you to the gentleman who had this for sale and gave me a great deal on it. And also thank you to my wife for picking it out. And right now I'm over 500 subscribers on my YouTube channel, which is awesome. So big thank you to my subscribers on my channel. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you want to see music-related content. I recently did a cover of Owner of a Lonely Heart by Yes. If you haven't checked that out, please do so. That was a lot of fun, but very challenging, to say the least. So anyways, guys, I will talk to y'all later. Y'all stay safe and take care.